and second is depreciation. Sir, ano ibig sabihin for PPE? Class, let's discuss audit of property, plant, and equipment or PPE. In the board exam, for audit of PPE, ang focus is on two things. Number one is costing and second is depreciation. Sir, ano ibig sabihin mo sa costing? So basically sa costing, yan yung i-determine natin kung alin yung mga items yung capitalizable. Okay? And in the standards, sabi dun, we capitalize all the costs necessary to bring the asset to its intended use. Okay? So as long as necessary yung costs for the asset's intended use, i-capitalize natin. Otherwise, i-expense natin yan. Okay? So, yung first two problems sa handouts natin about costing yon. So, later, babalikan natin yung costing. Let's go to depreciation. Now, in the board exam, in audit of PPE, kailangan maalala mo yung three common methods of depreciation. Straight line, declining balance, and sum of years digits. So, re-reviewin lang natin ng mabilis kasi alam kong master nyo na to pagdating sa FAR. Okay? So, mabilis na review lang. Tignan natin yung formula for each of this. For straight line, ang formula natin dyan, class, is cost minus salvage value over useful life. Ano yung tawag mo na sa cost minus salvage value? Depreciable amount. Okay? Let's go to declining balance. Actually, may two types yan. 150% declining balance and double declining balance. Yung double declining balance is actually 200% declining balance. Okay? Yung formula natin for 150% declining balance is carrying amount times 1.5 over useful life. Sir, bakit 1.5? Kasi 150%. Sa double declining naman, carrying amount times 2 over useful life. Sir, bakit 2? Kasi 200%. Okay? Next, sum of years digits. Formula natin dito, class, cost minus salvage value. As you notice, magkamukha sila na straight line times yung sum of years. May formula tayo doon. Useful life times useful life plus 1 over 2. Okay, so yun yung formula natin sa sum of years digits. Sa handout sa atin later, babalikan natin yan. May susolve tayong ganyang sum of years digits. Okay? Now, analyze natin yung formula. Tignan natin kailan kinukonsider yung salvage value. Sa straight line method ba kinukonsider yan? Yes. Ayun, no? So, check. Pagdating naman sa declining balance, take note na ang basis mo dyan is the carrying amount. So it means, hindi mo kino-consider yung salvage value. Okay? For declining balance, both 150% and double declining, hindi mo kino-consider yung salvage value. For sum of years digits, obviously, nasa formula yung salvage value. So, check yan. Alright? So ayan, ito yung mga kailangan mong maalala dun sa depreciation methods. Sir, meron ka bang technique sa audit of PPE? Siyempre naman. Two steps. Okay? 2 steps lang. Pag nabasa mo yung questionnaire, nakita mo yung problem is about audit of PPE, dapat ito yung maalala mong techniques ha. 2 steps. Number 1, prepare T accounts for the cost and accumulated depreciation. Yun yung first step mo. Second step, compute for the depreciation expense per movement of PPE. Yung per movement na yan, later i-explain ko yan. Mahalaga yan. Okay? So, ulitin ko. Pag audit of PPE, prepare T accounts. Dalawa, cost, accumulated depreciation. Second, compute depreciation expense. Ito, huwag mo kakalimutan. Per movement of PPE. Okay? Illustrate natin mamaya yan. Okay, sige. So, let's go to our handout. So, again, yung first two problems about costing. So, mabilisan lang. Reviewin natin kung ano yung paano malalaman if capitalizable or not. Let's go to problem number 1. Requirements sa ating class is compute for the cost of the land and compute for the cost of the new building. Okay, basahin natin per item. Pinnacle Company incurred the following expenditures related to land and building. Cash paid for land and dilapidated building, 1 million. Well, walang sinabing fair value dun sa dilapidated building. Okay, so ibig sabihin unusable yan. So yung buong 1 million na yan, i-charge natin sa land. Okay, sa land yan. Next, removal of old building to make room for construction of a new building. So, necessary yan. Okay? So, necessary for its intended use. Kailangan tanggalin mo yung old building before you can construct the new building. Therefore, yung 50,000 yan, i-charge mo yan sa building. Okay? Para sa new building yan. Next, payment to tenants for vacating old building. So, may existing tenants, babayaran mo sila para umalis doon. Necessary yun para makapag-construct ka ng new building. Therefore, yung 15,000 na yan, charge to building. Okay? Architect fee for new building, obviously, that's for building. Building permit for new construction, that's for building. Fee for land title search, that's for land. Obviously, yung land, yun yung may mga land titles. Yung mga titles. So, therefore, capitalizable to land yan. Survey before construction of new building. Ano ba yung sinasurvey? Land yung sinasurvey. Mini-measure muna yung land bago ka magtayo ng building. Okay? Therefore, yung survey before construction of new building, chargeable yan to land. Excavation before new construction, pag nag-start na yung excavation sa building na yan, okay, yung 100,000 is for building. New building constructed, that's for building. Assessment by city for drainage project, so yung mga drainage, obviously, for land. Cost of grading, leveling, landfill, that's for land. Driveways and walks to new building from street. Nakalagay dyan, part of building plan. So, dalawa kasi class yung scenarios dyan. Pwedeng part of building plan, pwedeng not part of building plan. Pag part of building plan, capitalizable yan to building. Okay? Pag nasa blueprint ng building, building yan. So in this case, yung 40,000 charge mo sa building. Kapag walang sinabi sa problem, ibig sabihin, hindi yan part of a building plan. I-charge mo naman yan sa land improvements. Okay? So if silent, land improvements. So dito, explicit na part of building plan, so building yan, yung 40,000. Next, temporary quarters for construction crew and yung temporary buildings to house tools and materials. Ang tawag dyan, barracks. Okay? So yung barracks na yan, building mo i-charge yan. Pareho yan. 80,000 and 60,000. Next, cost of changes during construction to make new building more energy efficient. So pag na-improve yung performance, yung efficiency ng building, capitalizable yan. Okay? 50,000, building. Cost of windows broken by vandals. Expense yan kasi hindi naman yan necessary for its intended use. Okay? So, sige guys. Compute natin yung cost of land. Isa-isayin natin. So, sabayan nyo ako mag-compute. Doon muna tayo sa land. 1 million plus 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 5,000 plus 45,000. You should get 1,080,000. Nakuha nyo yan? 1,080,000. Okay, good. So, 1,080,000 is for the land. Doon naman tayo sa building. Isa-isayin natin. 50,000 plus 15,000 plus 200,000 plus 30,000 plus 100,000 plus 6 million plus 40,000 plus 80,000 plus 60,000 plus 50,000, you should get 6,625,000. Okay. So final answers for land, 1,080,000. For building naman, 6,625,000. Alright? Sige. So, let's do the same thing for problem number 2. Costing pa rin tayo, no? Sa problem 2. And then yung requirements natin, land, new buildings, land improvements, and yung expense. Okay, so per item, isa-isahin ulit natin. Mr. Accounting Inc. incurred the following expenditures. Number 1, purchase price of land and an old apartment building. Walang sinabing fair value sa old apartment building. Ibig sabihin, unusable yan. Yung 2 million na yan, lahat yan i-charge mo sa land. Okay. Legal fees, including fee for title search. Ano ba yung may title? Yung land yung may title. So therefore, yung 10,000 yan para sa land yan. Next, payment of land mortgage and related interest. So basically, pag sinabi mong payment of land mortgage, yung banko yung binayaran mo. Yung bank, okay, naka-mortgage yung land sa bank, binayaran mo yung bank, capitalizable yan sa land. Okay, 50,000. Payment of delinquent property taxes. Well, bago mo matransfer yung land title sa'yo, sa buyer, okay? Kailangan bayad mo na lahat ng taxes. So dito, payment of delinquent property taxes, land yan, okay? Chargeable to land. Cost of raising the apartment building o demolition cost, no? Well, kailangan mong tanggalin yung old building para mag-construct na new building, therefore, yung 30,000 na yan, building yan, okay? Next, grading and drainage on land site. Obviously, that's for land. Architect fee of new building, that's for building. Payment to building contractor, that's for building. Payment of medical bills of employees accidentally injured while inspecting building construction. Well, hindi naman necessary yan para sa construction ng building, okay? Inefficiency ito or carelessness ng management. Therefore, expense mo yan, 10,000 yan. Cost of, yung next 3 items, cost of paving, driveway, and parking lot, cost of trees, shrubs, and other landscaping, cost of installing lights in a parking lot. Walang sinabi naman nakasama sa blueprint ng building, okay? Therefore, yung 3 items na yan, land improvements yan, okay? Next, premium for insurance on building during construction. Building. Cost of open house party to celebrate opening of yung building. Hindi naman necessary yan. Expense. Okay? So, compute natin isa-isa. Doon muna tayo sa land. So, sabayan nyo ako mag-compute class ha. Sa land, 2 million plus 10,000 plus 50,000 plus 20,000 plus 15,000. Did you get 2,095,000? Yes? Okay. So, 2,095,000, that's for land. Doon naman tayo sa building, 30,000 plus 200,000 plus 8 million plus 25,000. You should get 8,255,000. That's for the building. Land improvements, yung kaninang 3 items, 40,000 plus 55,000 plus 5,000. You should get 100,000. And yung last is how much yung expense natin, dalawa. Yung 10,000 plus 60,000, that's 70,000. Okay, so class, ito yung final answer sa for land, 2,095,000. For building, 8,255,000. For land improvements, 100,000. And yung i-expense natin, 70,000. Okay, so that's for problem 2. Yung 1 and 2, basically, review lang yan ng costing. No? So, doon talaga tayo sa problems 3 and 4. Yun na yung about depreciation. So, i-apply natin yung techniques natin. So, ulitin ko class. Ano ulit yung techniques natin? 2 steps. Gawa tayo ng T accounts. Cost and accumulated depreciation, and mag-compute tayo ng depreciation expense. Okay? Let's read problem number 3. Tignan muna natin yung questions para may idea tayo. Question 1, net gain or loss on sale of PPE. O nagbenta. Okay? Number 2, adjusted balance of PPE. Number 3, total depreciation expense. Number 4, adjusted balance of accumulated depreciation. And number 5, audited carrying amount. So, well, pag sa board exam, ganyan yung mga questions, alam mo na PPE yan. So, kailangan maalala mo itong dalawa. Sige, so let's read the problem. On January 1, 2025, Mr. Accounting Company reported the following PPE and accumulated depreciation balance. So, basically, ito yung beginning balances. Meron tayong 3 types of PPE, machinery and equipment, automobiles and trucks, and leasehold improvements. Binigyan ka ng cost and accumulated depreciation. Again, take note, beginning balances yan. Audit notes, Mr. Accounting Company employs the following depreciation methods and useful lives. So, pinakita sa atin yung depreciation methods sa machinery and equipment, straight line, automobiles and trucks, 150%, leasehold, straight line. Salvage values are immaterial except for automobiles and trucks, which have estimated salvage values equal to 15% of cost. Now, ganito gagawin natin dyan, class. Una, prepare muna tayo ng T account. So, ganito gagawin ko sa problem number 3. Mag-prepare ako ng T accounts for machinery and equipment. And then, sa baba, dyan ko kasi lalagay yung related accumulated depreciation. Okay? So, yung lalagay ko, cost and accumulated depreciation. Right? Iisa-isahin ko yan. So, machinery and equipment, next ko naman dyan, class, is automobiles and trucks. And then, sa baba, lalagay ko yung related accumulated depreciation. And then, yung third PPE natin is leasehold improvements. Lalagay ko sa baba, accumulated depreciation. Now, binigyan tayo ng beginning balances. Pag may mga amounts, ilagay mo na agad sa T accounts yan para hindi mo makalimutan. Tumunod tayo sa machinery and equipment. Cost, 1,380,000. Accumulated depreciation is 367,500. Automobiles and trucks, cost natin is 210,000. Accumulated depreciation is 114,326. And last one, leasehold improvements, 432,000. Accumulated depreciation is 108,000. So, ginawa ko lang, kinapi ko lang kung ano given sa problem. Okay, so ganun gagawin mo. Una, lagay agad ng T account. So, sinutis yung taas, puro cost yan. Dito naman sa baba, puro accumulated depreciation. Nilagay ko lahat ng amounts na nakita ko sa problem. Okay, let's continue reading. So, again, sa audit notes, pinakita sa atin, ano daw yung depreciation methods, no? And then, yung audit note B, sabi dyan, basahin ulit natin yung audit note B. Salvage values are immaterial except for automobiles and trucks, which have estimated salvage values equal to 15%. Ano yung depreciation method for automobiles and trucks? Nakita nyo ba, class, sa audit note A, 150% declining. Kanina, sabi natin, pag declining balance, hindi kino-consider yung salvage value. Therefore, panglito lang yung audit note B na yan. Pang-confuse lang sa'yo yan, ha? So, ignore mo lang yung audit note B. Hindi important sa atin yung salvage value for this problem. Okay? So yeah, so let's go to additional information on July 1, 2025. Machinery and equipment were purchased at a total invoice cost of 325,000. Installation of 44. Add natin kasi yung installation capitalizable yan. Necessary yan eh. Tama? So 325 plus 44,000. Did you get 369? 369,000. Ilagay mo yan sa T account natin. So machinery and equipment, lagay ko dito letter A para may reference tayo. 369,000. So far so good. Madali pa. Tama? Let's go to B. On August 31, Mr. Accounting purchased new automobile for 25,000. Lagay mo rin sa T account natin yan. Sa B, 25,000. C. On September 30, a truck with a cost of 48,000 and carrying amount of 30,000 on December 31 was sold for 23,500. Actually, yun yung question number 1, tama? Tatanong dyan, how much daw yung gain or loss of PPE. Okay, so analyze natin class yung letter C na yan. Dito ko na lalagay para may space pa naman dito. Ang tinatanong dyan is gain or loss. Paano ba kinocompute yung gain or loss? Well, yung proceeds, okay, na-receive mo, nung binenta mo, i-compare mo lang yun sa carrying amount na binenta mo, basically. So, proceeds versus carrying amount para ma-compute natin yung gain or loss, okay? So, tingnan natin for letter C. Basahin ulit natin. On September 30, 2025, a truck with a cost of 48,000 and carrying amount of 30,000 on December 31, 2024 was sold for 23,500. Yung proceeds natin is 23,500. Iko-compare natin yan sa carrying amount. Ang problem dito, yung carrying amount na given sa'yo is as of December 31, 2024. Ang dapat, carrying amount as of September 30, 2025. Tama? So, kailangan mag-depreciate pa tayo for 9 months. Alright? Ano yung depreciation method for trucks? Tingin ka sa taas, nakalagay, 150% declining. Ano yung formula? Ito. So, ano yung carrying amount? Ganito gagawin ko class. Tingnan mo ha. So, yung depreciation ko for 9 months, ganito ko siya kukumputin. Carrying amount, which is 30,000 given sa problem, times 1.5. Ang sabi dyan sa taas, 5 years daw yung life ng automobiles and trucks. So, times 1.5 over 5 times 9 over 12. Okay? Ito yung depreciation expense ko for 9 months. Let's compute. 30,000 times 1.5 divided by 5 times 9 over 12, you should get 6,750. Okay, so take note, ang kinocompute ko yung carrying amount para makuha mo yung gain or loss. Compute natin yung carrying amount. Yung cost natin dyan is, sabi sa problem, yung cost daw is 48,000. Right? 48,000. Now, if yung cost is 48, carrying amount is 30, ano tawag mo na sa difference na 18,000? Di ba yung 18,000 in yung accumulated depreciation? Okay? So, lagay ko dito, accumulated depreciation, 18,000, yan yung as of December 31. And nag-compute pa tayo ng 9 months. So, add mo yan. Plus 6,750. Therefore, yung accumulated depreciation as of date of sale or September 30, add natin 18,000 plus 6,750, you should get 24,750. Ayan. So, yung carrying amount natin class, 48,000 minus 24,750, 23,250. O, pwede natin ilagay dito yan. So, compare natin. Ang na-receive mo, 23,500. Ang give up mo, 23,250. Di, kumita ka. Tama? Gain yan. 23,500 minus 23,250, you have 250. Ayan. So, may gain tayo. Okay. So, ngayong class, ganito gagawin mo dyan. Every time na may transaction, pag bumili ka, katulad nung kanina, or pag nagbenta ka, i-update mo lagi yung T-accounts. Automatic yun, ha? Okay? Per transaction yan. So, this time, ang binenta natin trucks, tama ba? Ang cost niyan is 48. O, tanggalin mo yan dito. 48,000. Ay, lagay natin C. Ayan, C. Ano pa? Tatanggalin mo din yung related accumulated depreciation. So, ang accumulated depreciation na tatanggalin mo dyan, ito. 24,750. So, lagay natin dito sa debit, 24,750. Automatic yung class ha. Every time na may purchase, every time na may sale, update mo yung T-accounts. Okay? Sige. Next natin, number or letter D. On December 31, 2025, a machine with a cost of 17,000, a carrying amount of 2,975, on date of disposition was sold for 4,000. Well, for this one, sa letter D, ang difference nila, kanina sa letter C, ang binigay na carrying amount sa'yo as of December 31, 2024. Kaya nag-compute pa tayo ng 9 months. Dito sa letter D, mas madali kasi binigay na sa iyo yung carrying amount ng date of sale. So, para ma-compute natin yung gain or loss, yung proceeds, how much? Binenta daw for 4,000 and then yung carrying amount is 2,975. Hindi ka na kailangan mag-compute ng depreciation for the year kasi given na yung as of the date of sale. Okay? Nabenta mo for 4,000, ang ginib up mo 2,975, therefore, meron kang 1,025,000 na gain. Okay? So, dalawa yung gain natin. So, solve natin yung question number 1. Net gain or loss on sale of PPE to be reported in 2025. So, dalawa yung report, yung binenta natin. May gain tayo na 250, may gain na 1,025,000 plus 250, you have 1,275. So, sagot natin class for question number 1 is boy, 1,275. Now, sabi ko, bawat transaction, nagbenta ka, update mo yung T-account. So, ang cost ng letter D, yung machine na yan is 17,000. So, lalagay ko dito, 17,000 from letter D. Okay? And then, yung depreciation, kung makakompute ba natin yung accumulated depreciation? Yes. So, ang mangyayari dyan, class, if yung cost mo is, sa letter D, yung cost natin dyan, sabi sa problem is 17,000 and yung carrying amount mo is 2,975. Tama ba, class? Difference ng cost at carrying amount, 17,000 minus 2,975, yan yung accumulated depreciation. Tama? 14,025. 14,025. Therefore, yan yung i-debit mo dito. 14,025. Okay? So, ayan siya. Last one. Mr. Accounting entered into a 12-year operating lease starting January 1, 2022. The leasehold improvements were completed on December 31, 2021, and the facility was occupied on January 1, 2022. Okay. So, ayan. So, binigyan ka lang ng given sa leasehold improvements. Alright, so let's see kung ano yung next step natin. So, na-compute na natin yung gain or loss, na-update na natin yung T-accounts natin. Actually, pwede natin computein yung question 2, adjusted balance of PPE. Okay, so, computein natin yan. Dumaan tayo sa machinery and equipment. 1,380,000 plus 369,000 minus 17,000. You should get 1,732,000. Okay? 1,732,000. And then, doon naman tayo sa automobiles and trucks. 210,000 plus 25,000 minus 48,000. You should get 187,000. And then, sa leasehold improvements, 432,000. Add nga natin, class, yung tatlo na yan. 432 plus 187 plus 1,732,000. 432 plus 187,000 plus 1,732,000. You should get 2,351,000. Answer natin, class, for question number 2 is letter C. 2,351,000. Iyan yung audited balance of PPE natin. Ibig sabihin, ano yung audited balance of the cost of PPE. Next question is total depreciation expense. Ito na yung medyo tricky pagdating sa audit of PPE. Madali pa yan. Tama. Basic pa yan. Ito yung dito tayo mag-focus. Sabi ko kanina, pag magko-compute ka ng depreciation expense, per movement yung gagawin mo. Alright? So, ano ibig sabihin ng per movement? O, illustrate ko sa inyo. Isa-isahin natin lang ang class. Doon muna tayo sa machinery and equipment. Sa machinery and equipment, take note na hindi mo pwedeng i-depreciate yung ending balance lang or yung beginning balance lang. Kasi hindi naman lahat yan outstanding for 12 months. Kasi meron kang binili during the year, meron kang binenta during the year. Ganito gagawin ko dyan. Ihiwa-hiwalay ko yan. Okay? Tatlo. Start muna ako sa 1,380. Next ko dyan is yung 369. And then, 17. Alright? Kaya sinabi kong per movement. Okay? Take note, class, na yung 1,380 na yan, nandyan yung binenta mo na 17. Tama ba yan? Yung 17 na yan, nandun yan sa 1,380. Therefore, wag mo kalimutan na tanggalin yung 17,000 dyan. Iyan yung trick dyan. Ha? Iyan yung nakakalimutan ng students. Tanggalin mo yung 17 kasi nandun yan. Ma-overstate ka pag dinepreciate mo yung 1,380, tapos i-depreciate mo separately yung 17. Okay? So, tanggalin ko muna. 1,380 minus 17, you have 1,363,000. Ayan. Ano ulit, class? Yung depreciation method for machinery and equipment. Tingin tayo sa taas. Straight line, 10 years. Okay. Tama ba? Yung 1363 na yan, outstanding yan for 12 months. So, pwede kong i-divide na lang yan by 10. Okay? So, 1,363,000 divided by 10, you get 136,300. Okay. Doon naman tayo sa 369. Di ba? Yung letter A, kailan natin binili yan? July 1. Divide natin sa 10, kasi 10 years daw yung useful life. July 1, so 6 over 12 times 6 over 12. Let's compute. 369,000. Divide by 10 times 6 over 12, you should get 18,450. 18,450. So, nakuha mo class kung bakit ko hiniwalay? Kasi ito outstanding for 12 months. Ito outstanding for 6 months lang. So, hindi mo pwedeng pagsamahin yung depreciation yan. Gets? Okay. Doon naman tayo sa 17,000, yung binenta natin. Actually, na-compute na natin kanina yan. Ito yun, di ba? Yung 6,750, tama ba? 17,000, ito yan. So, letter D pala. Ito yun. Okay, so tingnan natin class. Letter D, mas yun the cost of 17, binenta mo December 31, 2025. Actually, outstanding for 12 months din yan. Kasi sakto end of the year mo binenta. So, gagawin ko dyan, 17,000 divided by 10. Okay? Which is 1,700. Pero for example, class, binenta mo yan November. Siyempre, pro-rate mo pa yan, 11 over 12. Kaya much better kung tanggalin mo siya dyan, ihiwalay mo siya sa 1,380,000. Okay? Nagkataon lang na end of the year mo binenta. Sige. So, compute natin class yung total depreciation expense. 136,300 plus 18,450 plus 1,700, you get 156,450. Ito yung total depreciation expense for machinery and equipment. 156,450. Okay? So, ayan. Now, isa pa. Ganito rin gagawin natin sa automobiles and trucks. Dapat mas mabilis na this time, ha? Okay. Automobiles and trucks. Ano gagawin mo dyan? So, automobiles and trucks, again, per movement. Ilan yung movements dito? 1, 2, 3. 210,000, yung 25 and 48. Tignan mo muna class kung ano yung depreciation method. Tama ba? Sabi dyan sa taas, audit note A, 150% declining balance. Okay? Paano pag declining balance? Carrying amount yung basis mo, hindi cost. Kanina cost yun sa atin. Straight line yun Automobiles and trucks, carrying amount dapat. Okay? Ano yung carrying amount nung 210,000 mo? 210 minus 114,326. Tama lang? So, compute natin. 210,000 minus 114,326. Lagay mo dito, 95,674. Gets? Kasi carrying amount Alright? Next. 95,674. Bumili ka. Yung B. Tama? So, lagay mo yan dito. Binili natin, 25,000. And then, nagbenta tayo ng 48,000 which is from letter C. Nasaan yun? Ito. Binenta natin siya, yung carrying amount niya, so according to the problem, sabi dyan, carrying amount of 30,000 on December 31. Ngayon, yung 30,000 na yun, nandito yun. Nasa 95,674. Okay? So, lalagay ko dito, 30,000. Tatanggalin ko siya dito. Huwag mo kalimutan, ha? So, parang yung kanina, yung 17, tinanggal mo dun. Ganun din dito, yung 30,000, tatanggalin mo sa 95,674. Kasi pag hindi mo tinanggal yan, ma-overstate yung depreciation mo. Okay. So, 95,674 minus 30,000, 65674. Pwede natin i-apply yung depreciation method formula natin, 1.5 over useful life. Ang useful life nito is 5 years. Okay. So, gagawin ko lang times 1.5 over 5. You get 65674. Times 1.5 over 5, 19,702. Next natin yung 25,000. Kailan mo binili yan? Sa audit additional information B, August 31 mo binili. So, ilang months yan outstanding during the year. September, October, November, December, 4 months. Gagawin ko dyan, class. Times 1.5 over 5 times 4 over 12. 4 months lang siya outstanding. Standing, tama? 25,000 times 1.5 over 5 times 4 over 12, you get 2,500. Okay, next. Yung 30,000 naman, ano nangyari dyan? 30,000 andun yan sa audit note letter C, okay? September 30 mo binenta yan. So, gagawin ko dyan, 30,000 times 1.5 over 5. January to September is 9 months. Times 9 over 12. 30,000 times 1.5 over 5 times 9 over 12, you get 6,750. Okay. Add natin yung tatlo na yan. 19,702 plus 2,500 plus 6,750, you get 28,952. Okay, so last one, leasehold improvements. Dito lang tayo mag-compute. For leasehold improvements, well, wala naman nangyari during the year. And then, sabi niya sa taas, straight line method daw. Okay, straight line method. And according to additional information E, 12 years daw yung lease. So, ang gagawin ko lang dyan, class, 432,000. Divide ko sa 12. Okay, 432,000 divided by 12, you get 36,000. Alright, makakompute natin yung total depreciation expense. Add lang natin. 36, 28,952, and 156,450. Sige nga, class, add natin yung tatlo na yan. 156,450 plus 28,952 plus 36,000. You get 221,402. That is letter C for question number 3. Okay, ano daw yung audited balance of accumulated depreciation? Yun na, compute mo na depreciation expense. Ilagay mo lang sa T account natin. 156,450, lagay mo dito yan. Okay. 28,952, lagay mo dito yan. And then, 36,000. Ayan, update lang natin yung T accounts natin. Let's start with machinery and equipment. 367,500 plus 156,450 minus 14,025, you get 509,925. 509,925. And then, for automobiles and trucks, 114,326 plus 28,952 minus 24,750, you should get 118,528. And then, for leasehold improvements, 108,000 plus 36,000, you should get 144,000. Sige nga, class, add natin yung tatlo na yan para makompute natin yung audited balance of accumulated depreciation. 509,925 plus 118,528 plus 144,000, you get 772,453. That is letter A. And then last question, audited carrying amount. Basically, cost minus accumulated depreciation. Lahat ng mga ending balances yan. Or, yung sagot natin sa question 2, minus natin yung sagot natin sa question 4. Tama lang? Kasi yun yung carrying amount eh. Cost minus accumulated depreciation. Sagot natin sa question 2 is 2,351,000. Minus natin yung sagot natin sa question 4, which is 772,453. You should get 1,578,547. That is letter C. Okay? Letter C for question number 5. Ayan, so recap ko lang, class, yung ginawa natin. Again, techniques natin. T accounts, cost and accumulated depreciation. Cost, accumulated depreciation. Okay? Now, ang next na ginawa ko dyan, basta may binigay na amount sa problem, nilagay ko na agad. Yung beginning balances, nilagay ko na agad sa T accounts. Okay? And then, inisa-isa natin per transaction. Bawat bili, purchase, nilagay natin sa T accounts. Bawat benta, update din natin yung T accounts. Pag nagbebenta ka, don't forget na tinatanggal mo din yung related accumulated depreciation. Alright? Now, walang problema dun. Madali pa yun eh. Ito yung may trick ng konti. No? Pag magde-depreciate ka, may mga transactions kasi na nag-occur during the year. Kaya hindi pwedeng yung beginning or yung ending isang depreciation lang. Hindi ganun. Dapat per movement yung gagawin mo. So, machinery and equipment, ito yung beginning, ito yung binili natin during the year, ito yung binenta. Inisa-isa ko yon. Pero take note, yung binenta mo, nandito yon. Okay? Since ihiwalay mo siya dito, magma-minus ka dyan. Pag hindi ka nag-minus, ibig sabihin, 2 beses mo din-appreciate yung 17,000. Okay? Huwag mo kakalimutan mag-minus dyan. Ha? Magkakamali ka na agad pag hindi ka nag-minus. And then, follow mo lang kung ilang month yung depreciation formula and kung ilang months outstanding. Okay? Now, dito sa automobiles and trucks, ang kakaiba dito kasi, 150% declining yan. Carrying amount yung basis mo. So, instead of cost, hindi cost yung nilagay ko dyan. Carrying amount, which is cost minus accumulated depreciation. Ito yung binili mo during the year, 25. Ito yung binenta mo, 30,000. Take note na yung 30,000, nandito yon. Kailangan mo siya i-minus. Otherwise, double count yung pag-depreciate mo sa 30,000. Okay? Isa-isa mo yung depreciation, makukompute mo yung total depreciation expense. And then after that, i-update mo yung accumulated depreciation. Obviously, yung depreciation expense, increase yan sa accumulated depreciation. Okay, update mo lang yan. And then, compute natin yung ending balances ng T accounts. Pag na-compute mo na yan, yun na halos yung mga tanong dyan. Usually, ang tanong lang sa'yo dyan, how much yung depreciation expense, how much yung audited cost, audited accumulated depreciation, how much yung carrying amount, kaya nang sagutin ng T accounts natin yan. Okay, so ayan class. That's for problem number 3. Class, let's go to the last problem, problem number 4. Okay, so try natin na mas mabilis sa problem number 4. Siyempre, in the board exam, again, dapat efficient yung pagsosolve mo, ha? Okay, so what if board exam to? So, tingnan natin. Basahin mo muna yung questions. Question 1, how much is the gain or loss? Next naman, gain or loss pa rin. The new furniture, what is the carrying value of the building, and so on. So, alam mo na about audit of PPE. Okay? So, dapat na-recall mo agad, may 2 steps tayo, T accounts and depreciation expense. Now, basahin natin yung problem. Pinnacle Company presented to you the following property, plant, and equipment schedule at the beginning of the year in line with your audit. So, meron tayong land, building, machinery and equipment, and furniture and fixtures. Actually, since ang focus natin is depreciation, ignore mo na yung land. Mamaya na natin i-consider pag tinanong siya. Okay, so nakakita ka na yan. Gagawa agad ako ng T account. So, problem number 4, lagay ko dito yung building. Okay, and then related accumulated depreciation. Next natin is machinery and equipment. And its accumulated depreciation. And then last one natin is furniture and fixtures. And accumulated depreciation. Ayan. Yan, binigay na amount sa atin. Yung cost ng building, 9 million, automatic. Lagay mo na agad sa T account. And then accumulated depreciation, 3,095,100. Let's go to machinery and equipment, 15 million. Okay, and then accumulated depreciation is 6 million. Furniture and fixtures, 6 million. And then accumulated depreciation is 3,709,091. Okay, yun yung ginawa ko agad. Now, nilagay yung depreciation method. For building, double declining. So, ang double declining, carrying amount times 2 over useful life. Ignore mo na yung salvage value. Straight line for machinery and equipment, sum of years digits for furniture and fixtures. Mamaya, apply natin yung formula for sum of years digits. Audit notes. The PPE were acquired the beginning of 2021 when the company started its operation. So, ano ba yung date ngayon? December 31, 2025. So, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Okay, binili yung PPE. On January 1, 2025, Pinnacle incurred 230,000 in minor repairs on various parts of the building. Pag minor repairs, alam natin sa FAR, charge to expense. Okay? Hindi yan makaka-apekto ng PPE natin. Okay? So, let's go to letter C. On June 30, 2025, an old machinery with original cost of 2.4 million was exchanged for machinery of NDC Company. The fair value of Pinnacle's machinery was at 1,250,000, while the fair value of NDC's machinery is 1.4 million on the date of exchange. Pinnacle paid additional cash of 200,000 on the exchange, which was deemed to have commercial substance. Okay, pag ganito class, ang suggestion ko sa inyo, mag-journal entry kayo, no? Para mas madali mo siya ma-visualize. No? And syempre, yung mga rules pagdating sa exchange, pagdating sa mga trade-in, yung mga ganyan, dapat alam nyo na yan sa FAR. Okay, so gagawin ko dyan class, sa letter C, i-journal entry ko siya para mas madalian ako. So, point of view natin tayo sa Pinnacle, and take note class, exchange to, no? Ang fair value ng binigay natin, 1,250,000. Yung fair value na na-receive mo, 1.4 million. Tapos, nagbayad ka rin ng cash na 200,000. Tandaan mo, sa PPE, ang costing natin, no? Ang initial measurement natin is at cost. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng cost? Kung how much yung binayad mo. Okay, therefore, i-measure natin yung bago natin na machinery. So, debit ako machinery, new, ito yung na-receive natin. How much yung cost or how much yung binayad mo? Ang binayad ko, 1,250,000 plus 200. Therefore, i-measure mo to at 1,450,000. Gets ba yan? Okay, ganun yung cost. Yung machinery old natin, yung cost niyan, kasi journal entry ko, di ba? Machinery old, sabi dyan, it's 2.4 million. 2.4 million. Now, nagbigay din ako ng cash. So, credit cash, 200,000. Kailangan natin malaman how much yung accumulated depreciation ng old machinery para malaman natin how much yung gain or loss. I think yun yung first question. How much is the gain or loss to be recognized on the exchange of machinery? Okay na tayo dito. Kailangan natin malaman yung accumulated depreciation, and from there, malalaman natin yung gain or loss. Sige, so si machinery, nakalagay dun sa taas, straight line method 10 years. So, ganito gagawin ko dyan. Straight line method 10 years. So, ang cost mo is 2.4 million. Tama? Ito. Kailangan ko malaman how much yung accumulated depreciation niya on the date of sale. Kailan ba nagbenta? June 30, 2025. Okay? And then, binili daw lahat, according to Audit Note A, binili nung beginning of 2021. So, gano'n nakatagal yun? 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 6 months. So, 4 years and 6 months. So, 4.5 years. So, 2.4 million yung cost. Useful life is 10 years, sabi sa problem. And then, 4.5 years siyang ginamit times 4.5. You should get 2.4 million divided by 10 times 4.5, that is 1,080,000. Therefore, yung accumulated depreciation ng in-exchange natin is 1,080,000. Balancing figure is your gain or loss. So, yung debit natin, 1,450 plus 1,080,000. Okay. Minus natin yung credit. Mas malaki yung credit na 2.6 million yung credit. Therefore, meron tayong loss na 70,000. Okay, loss 70,000. Ang maganda kasi sa journal entry, well, una, so i-visualize mo siya. Pangalawa, madali mo ma-compute yung gain or loss kasi balancing figure yan. So, sagot natin sa question number 1 is 70,000. That is letter boy, 70,000 loss. Next, so yung C na yan, yung nagbenta tayo, nag-exchange tayo, tama? Pag nag-exchange ka, update mo yung T-account. Huwag mo kakalimutan yun. Ano yung naapektuhan niya? Machinery. Okay? Ang gagawin ko dyan sa machinery, nag-increase yung machinery ko by 1,450,000. Okay? 1,450. And then, since exchange siya, may sinurrender ako, nabawasan ng 2.4 million. Lagay ko dito, 2.4 million. That is from letter C. Okay, and don't forget na magde-debit ka ng accumulated depreciation, 1,080,000. So, bawas mo dito yan. Okay. So, ganun na. Huwag mo na kalimutan. Basta meron kang transaction, update yung T-accounts. Next, letter D. On March 1, 2025. Some furniture and fixtures were sold for 400,000. These furniture and fixtures were originally acquired at 1.8 million. I think yun yung next question, how much yung gain or loss daw? So, kung gain or loss yung tanong, ganito yun natin. Lagyan natin ng, ayan, hiwalay natin. Letter D, gain or loss, no? So, ang gagawin ko dyan, class, meron tayong proceeds from the sale na 400,000. Proceeds, 400,000. And then, kailangan kong malaman yung carrying amount. Kailan ba nagbenta? March 1, 2025. Okay, so kailangan kong malaman how much yung carrying amount ng March 1, 2025. Compute natin yan. Si furniture and fixtures, pag tumingin ka sa taas, yung depreciation method is sum of years digits. Ito. Ayan, ma-apply na natin. Okay, so sir, paano ba yung sum of years digits? Actually, ito lang naman yung complicated dyan. No? Useful life times useful life plus 1 over 2. Ganito gagawin ko dyan. Ano yung useful life nung furniture and fixtures? 10 years. Paano yun? Useful life, 10 times ano yung useful life plus 1? 11 over 2. Okay, 10 times 11 over 2, you get 55. Yung 55 na yung class, ito yung denominator mo. Okay, so papakita ko sa inyo ha. Meron ba salvage value? Parang wala naman, no? Walang sinabing salvage value, so wala. Wala salvage value. And yung originally acquired daw, 1.8 million. Sabi niya sa audit note D. Basahin ulit natin. On March 1, 2025, some furniture and fixtures were sold for 400,000. Yan. These furniture and fixtures were originally acquired at 1.8. Yun yung cost, 1.8. Now, kailan binili yan? Sabi, lahat daw ng PPE, January 1, 2021. Binenta mo, March 1, 2025. Kailangan natin malaman na yung accumulated depreciation from January 1, 2021 to March 1, 2025. So, ganito gagawin ko dyan, class. Isa-isahin ko para malinaw. 2021, 22, 23, 24, and 2025. Okay, so sa 2021, ang cost natin is 1.8 million. 1.8 million times, ito yung denominator mo, 55, tama? Yung useful life is 10. 10 over 55 ang gagawin mo dyan. 10 over 55. Dito naman sa 2022, 9 over 55. So, ganun pa rin. 1.8 million times 9 over 55 times 8 over 55 times 7 over 55. Ihiwalay natin yung 2025 kasi 2 months lang yan, January and February. Okay? So, ang shortcut nito, class, ganito gagawin ko dyan. Tingnan nyo, ha? Listen very carefully. Para ma-shortcut ko yan, 1.8 million times 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7, 10, 9, 8, 7 over 55. Tapos, yung para sa 2 months ng 2025, 1.8 million times 6 over 55 times 2 over 12. Kasi 2 months lang. Ayun. O, sige nga, compute natin yan. Ito muna. 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7, divide ko sa 55, multiply ko by 1.8 million. And then, ito naman. 1.8 million times 6 over 55 times 2 over 12. Ang na-compute ko dito, class, is 1145 455. Okay? 1145 455. Alright? So, this is my accumulated depreciation. Alright? So, meron akong accumulated depreciation. So, yung cost natin is 1.8 million. Accumulated depreciation as of the date of sale is 1145 455. Tama ba, class? Yung carrying amount mo is just 1.8 million minus 1145 455 654 545. Yun. Proceeds 400,000, carrying amount is 654 545. Compute natin yung gain or loss. Actually, loss tayo dyan kasi mas maliit yun na receive natin. So, 400,000 254 545. Okay, sagot natin, class, sa question number 7. How much daw yung gain or loss to be recognized on the sale of furniture and fixtures? Loss, 254, 545. Boy, yung sagot natin dyan. Tanda mo, pag sum of years days, ganito yung shortcut. Hiniwalay natin to, yung 2025, kasi 2 months lang outstanding yan. Okay? And don't forget, pag may given na salvage value, ima-minus mo yan, ha? Kasi kino-consider mo yung salvage value pag sum of years digits. Okay. Next, letter E. Ay, hindi pala. Dapat update natin yung T-account natin. So, nagbenta ka na 1.8 sa furniture and fixtures. So, tanggalin natin yan. Lagay mo dito. From letter D. And then, tanggalin natin yung accumulated depreciation na 1145455. Dito siya. 1145455. Okay. Sige. Let's now go to letter E. Last item. New furniture and fixtures were acquired on June 30 at a price of 2.4 million. Payable in 3 equal installments. Pinnacle incurred freight and handling costs of 138,320. The prevailing market rate, 8%. The PB factor. Okay, so alam natin, class, present value gagamitin natin dyan. 2.4 million I-divide mo sa 3 kasi payable in 3 installments. So, nakuha mo dyan yung 800,000. Okay? So, yung present value, 800,000 multiply sa PV factor na 2.5771, you get 2061, 680. Siyempre, yung freight and handling, capitalizable yan. Add mo yung freight and handling na 138, 320. Add natin yung class. 2061, 680 plus 138, 320. You get 2.2 million. Okay, 2.2 million. Actually, yun yung sagot natin sa number 8. The new furniture acquired on June 30, 2.2 million. Letter D. Okay, so bumili ko. Dapat update yung T account na yan. 2.2 million. Okay, from letter E. Alright, almost finished na tayo. Sige, so ang next question is about carrying value and depreciation expense. Next natin, depreciation expense. Isa-isahin natin. Sa building, may nangyari ba? Parang wala naman. Okay, so madali lang depreciation for building. Lagay natin dyan. Tingnan natin kung ano yung depreciation method. Double declining, nakalagay sa table sa taas. Ilang years? 20 years. Pag double declining, carrying amount yung basis mo. 9 million minus 3095, 100. Minus 3095, 100. Carrying amount ng building natin, 5904, 900. Tama? And then outstanding siya buong year kasi wala naman nangyari sa T account natin. And then double declining na 20 years, edi 2 over 20. Okay, multiply mo sa 2 over 20 kasi ganun yung formula natin. Okay, so times 2 over 20, you should get 590, 490. Depreciation for building. Ilagay mo na yan agad dito. 590, 490. Let's go to machinery and equipment. Now, sa machinery and equipment, may movements. Okay, ang sabi ko, per movement ang depreciation. So, tingnan natin class. Ano muna yung depreciation method for machinery and equipment? Straight line, 10 years. O, madali lang, straight line. Ang gagawin ko dyan, ihiwa-hiwalay ko yan. 15 million, and then 1,450, and then meron kang 2.4 million. Sabi ko, inuulit-ulit ko lagi, yung 2.4 million, nandun yan sa 15 million. So, tanggalin mo yan. Okay? 15 million minus 2.4, you get 12.6 million. Okay, 12.6 million. Straight line 10 years. So, 12.6 million, divide lang natin sa 10. Depreciation expense, 12.6 million, divide by 10. 1 to 60,000. That's for the first item sa machinery and equipment. Yung 1,450, divide natin sa 10. Ilang months ba natin, kailan ba natin binili yan? Nakalagay dun sa C. Okay, actually yun yung exchange noong June 30. So outstanding yan for 6 months times 6 over 12. Tingnan natin class. 1,450,000 divided by 10 times 6 over 12, you get 72,500. Doon naman tayo sa 2.4 million. 2.4 million, doon din yan, exchange. So 6 months din yan. Divide natin by 10 times 6 over 12. 2.4 million. Divide by 10 times 6 over 12, you get 120,000. Depreciation expense for machinery and equipment, add natin yung tatlo na yan. 1,260 plus 72,500 plus 120,000, you should get 1,452,500. 1,452,500, lagay mo na agad sa T account. Yun, last one. Furniture and fixtures. Okay, so last one na to class. Furniture and fixtures. Pero ang trick dito, sum of years digits yan, tama? Ngayon, may movements, tatlo. O, hiwa-hiwalay din natin yan. 6 million, 2.2 million, and yung 1.8 million. O, syempre, yung 1.8, tanggalin mo yan sa 6 million. Okay, you have 4.2 million. Ayan, isa-isahin natin yan. Doon mo tayo sa 4.2 million. Now, kung maalala mo class, 2021, 10, 9, 8, 7, so, ibig sabihin, sa 2025, 6 na yung gagamitin natin na numerator. Tama? Ngayon, yung 4.2 million, outstanding yan buong year. So, multiply ko lang yan by 6 over 55. Ano yung 55? Yun yung sum of years natin. Okay, 55. So, 4.2 million times 6 over 55, ano makukuha mo dyan? 4.2 million times 6 over 55, 458, 182. Okay, 458, 182. Doon naman tayo sa 2.2 million. Ano ba nangyari dyan? Yung E. Well, kailan ba in-acquire yan? New furniture and fixtures were acquired on June 30. So, 6 months yan outstanding. Now, take note class na kakabili mo lang yan. So, ang gagamitin mo dyan na numerator is 10. Kakabili mo lang tama? Denominator is still 55. So, gagawin ko dyan, 2.2 million times 10 over 55. June 30 mo yan binili. So, 6 over 12. Times 6 over 12, how much yan? 2.2 million times 10 over 55 times 6 over 12, you should get 200,000. And then last one, yung binenta natin na 1.8. Ito. So, 2025, yung kino-compute natin, actually, ito yun. Tama? Hiniwalay natin kanina yun sa 2025. Tama ba? So, sige. 1.8 million times 6 over 55 times 2 over 12. Yung depreciation natin dyan is 32,727. Okay, 32,727. So, add natin yung class yung 458,182, 200,000, and 32,727. Alright, 458,182 plus 200,000 plus 32,727. You should get 690,909. Lagay mo na yan agad dito class sa T account natin, 690,909. And then, ayan, solve na natin yung, pagtapos yan, tignan natin yung ending balances sa T account. So, building, cost mo is 9 million. Okay. Accumulated depreciation, 3,095. 100 plus 590, 490. You get 3,685. 3,685,590. Tama ba? Okay, tama. 590. Next natin is machinery and equipment. Yung cost muna, 15 million plus 1,450,000 minus 2.4 million. You have 14 million 50,000. And then accumulated depreciation, 6 million plus 1,452,500 minus 1,080,080. Take note class ha. Kino-compute ko lang yung mga ending balances. 6,372,500. And then furniture and fixtures, yung cost muna, 6 million. Plus 2.2 million minus 1.8, you get 6.4 million. Accumulated depreciation, let's compute. 3,709,091 plus 690,909 minus 1,145,455, 3,254,545. 3,254,545. Okay, masagot natin lahat ng questions. Question number 9. What is the carrying value of the building? Pag carrying value, cost minus accumulated depreciation. So, 9 million. Minus natin sa 3,685,590. You should get 5,314,410, letter C for question number 9. Question number 10, carrying value. Pag sabing carrying value, din yung carrying amount of the machinery and equipment. 14,050,000 minus 6,372. 14,050,000 minus natin sa accumulated depreciation of 6,372,500. 7,677,500, letter A. Yan yung carrying value of the machinery and equipment. Easy. Okay. Next, furniture and fixtures. Carrying value, 6.4 million. Minus 3,254,545, you should get 3,145,455, letter A. Okay? 3,145,455 or 54. Letter A. Last item, total depreciation expense. So, na-compute natin kanina. Ito, babox ko And then this one. Okay, so yung 3 amounts yan. Yung depreciation expense natin. 590, 490, plus 1,452,500 plus 690,909. Answer is 2,733,899. Boy yung sagot natin. Okay, so I think that's the last question. Take note class pala sa problem number 4. Meron land dito. Tama? Meron, sa given natin meron land. Okay? Pag tinanong how much yung carrying amount ng property, plant, and equipment, syempre isasama mo yung land. Okay? So ayan. Anyway, so that's it for audit of PPE. Again, follow mo lang yung techniques natin para mas efficient. Okay, usually T accounts lang, kaya na. T accounts and depreciation. That's it for audit of PPE.